Hey everyone, today we're going to pull back the curtain on artificial intelligence. We're going way beyond the stuff you hear about every day to uncover its secret life as a partner in some of humanity's most amazing discoveries. Let's jump in. Okay, let me just ask you. When I say AI, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? Seriously, is it a robot? Some kind of app on your phone?
I'm willing to bet it's something like this, right? The tools we're all starting to use. Chatbots, things that help us write emails, create some wild images or music. Maybe you even saw a video of a robot making coffee. And look, all of that stuff is pretty cool, for sure.
But that's not the real story, not even close. The most profound, the most world-changing discoveries being made with AI, they're happening quietly in labs and research projects, far away from all the headlines. And that's what we're going to dive into. So first up, let's talk about how AI is basically giving us superpowers. It's becoming our eyes, letting us see patterns at a scale that's either way too big or way too small for our own minds to even comprehend. And I mean that literally. Let's start with AI helping us find entire civilizations that have been lost for centuries. Check this out. Down in the deserts of Peru, AI algorithms scanned these massive satellite images, and they found hundreds of new Nazca lines, these giant ancient drawings in the earth that are totally invisible from the ground. Human researchers had missed them for decades, but the AI saw these subtle patterns stretching across the landscape that our eyes just couldn't. Now, let's go from the huge scale of a desert and zoom all the way in to the microscopic, because AI is also learning to see the invisible signs of disease inside our own bodies. This right here, this represents a massive leap forward for medicine. When it comes to reading mammograms to find signs of breast cancer, AI systems are now actually better than trained expert human radiologists. They can spot these tiny, almost imperceptible patterns in the tissue that signal cancer at its very earliest stages, long before a person might. Okay, so we've gone from the microscopic, now let's zoom all the way back out, way out, to the cosmic scale. Because this same ability applies when we're hunting for new worlds out there in space. You know, human astronomers have to stare at these mountains of data from telescopes, just looking for that teeny tiny dip in a star's light that means a planet might have passed in front of it. It's painstaking, but an AI can just churn through all of that data and find signals that are so faint, so buried in the static that they were completely missed by humans. And just like that, it's discovered dozens of new planets. Finding things we missed is one thing, but what about solving problems that we thought were, well, fundamentally impossible? Let's look at how AI is starting to crack challenges that have stumped the smartest people on Earth for generations.
For half a century, one of the single biggest challenges in all of biology was this thing called the protein folding problem. So a protein is like a long string of beads, but its job, its function, is determined by the incredibly complex 3D shape it twists itself into. Predicting that shape from the sequence alone was considered a holy grail of science.
50 years. People spent their entire careers trying to crack this code. It was one of the great unsolved mysteries of modern science. And then an AI called AlphaFold just solved it. In what felt like a blink of an eye, it figured out how to predict the structure of nearly every protein known to science. This didn't just speed things up, it basically unlocked completely new fields of medicine overnight. Here's another one of those impossible problems. Our antibiotics are failing. You've probably heard about this. Bacteria are evolving resistance so fast that we're running out of ways to fight them, leading to these deadly superbugs. So what are we doing? Well, we're unleashing AI on it. An AI can sift through millions of potential chemical compounds, way more than a human team ever could, and predict which ones might be able to kill bacteria. And it's already working, discovering entirely new classes of antibiotics that can take down some of the most dangerous superbugs we know of. And sometimes, solving the impossible isn't about some global threat. It's about something intensely personal, like giving someone back the ability to walk. For people with Parkinson's or a spinal cord injury, AI is powering breakthroughs that honestly sound like science fiction. It's helping create what they call a digital bridge, a system that can read brain signals and reroute them around an injury to stimulate the right muscles. It's helping people regain movement, to walk again. It's just incredible. So for our final section, let's look at something a little more abstract. AI isn't just seeing for us, and it's not just solving problems. It's learning to listen. It's finding the hidden language inside some of the most complex systems in our world. And the sheer range of this is what's so amazing. On one hand, you have AI programs that are listening to hours and hours of sperm whale vocalizations, trying to decode the patterns and figure out their language. And on the other, you have AIs looking at shattered ancient tablets, helping us translate human languages that have been silent for thousands of years.
But maybe the most mind-blowing example of this decoding power comes from a discovery that is straight out of an adventure movie.
When Mount Vesuvius erupted almost 2,000 years ago, it buried a library of scrolls, flash cooking them into fragile lumps of carbon. They are way too delicate to ever physically unroll, they just crumble into dust. But now, AI can take a CT scan of one of these carbonized lumps, tell the difference between the faint traces of ink and the burnt papyrus, and virtually unroll it on a computer, letting us read these ancient texts without ever laying a finger on them.
So, when you put all of this together, what does it actually mean? Well, it suggests that we're really entering a brand new era, one that's going to be defined by this partnership between human and artificial intelligence.
The real takeaway here is that AI is so much more than just a convenient tool. It's becoming a fundamental partner in the act of discovery itself. It's augmenting our own intelligence, letting us see the invisible, solve the impossible, and decode the deep patterns of our world.
And that really leaves us with a profound question, doesn't it? If AI can already do all this, find lost cities, design new medicines, and read sealed ancient scrolls, what are the truly huge questions we haven't even thought to ask yet that it might just help us answer tomorrow?